Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I will be presenting to you prepayment. So, when we talk about prepayment, we are just talking about money that we've paid in advance for services and goods that we have not received. And some of the common cases of prepayment, we have insurance, we have office rent, industrial membership fees, pre-order of items, utilities, and loan payment. We all know that for insurance, it is paid in advance. Even if you want to travel to another country, you pay insurance in advance. The travel insurance is being paid in advance even before you make your travel. And for most companies, they pay office rent quarterly or yearly in advance. And when we come to the pre-order of items, we all know of cases like iPhone. When a new iPhone is coming onto the market, we see people paying in advance to get that new iPhone. We have utilities like electricity, water, and gas, which in some countries is paid in advance. And for loan payment, if you have a mortgage and you would want to reduce the interest that you'll be paying over the course of the loan, then you can make an extraordinary payment in that case to cover so that your interest will reduce. So we'll move on to the perspective of the buyer and that of the seller. So what happens is that the seller will first send the invoice to the buyer, and the buyer will pay all the money to the seller. So let's assume this is an insurance company and they've sent an invoice to the buyer for 10 months. So the buyer will pay 10 months in advance, and to the buyer is an asset. So you will see prepaid expense at the current asset part of the buyer's balance sheet. And on the seller's balance sheet, you will see a liability recorded at the current liability part. Mostly you will see deferred revenue. You see deferred revenue on the seller's current liability side of the balance sheet. So we will take one example. So a pharma company receives an invoice of 125,000 euros as membership fee for 2024, January to October 2024, with a 30 days payment term. So when the invoice is received by the pharma company, what they do is that they credit the vendor, in this case the insurance company, with 125,000, assuming the membership fee itself was 100,000 and then a VAT of 25%, right? So the VAT plus the cost of the membership fee gives the total of 125. But when you are booking on the prepayment, you only book the amount for the membership fees, because the 25,000 you are just collecting it on behalf of the government. It does not form part of any of your expense, because you are just collecting it on behalf of the government. So we only post 100,000 on the prepayment account of the buyer, in this case the pharma company. And since the pharma company is supposed to pay within 30 days, when the payment is made, then the pharma company would debit the vendor of 125,000 and then credit the bank of 125,000. So on the prepayment account, we are going to see 100,000 euros. And since the insurance is for 10 months, what we will do is that we will divide the 100,000 by 10 months, and that means for each month we would have to release 10,000 euros to the P&L. So each month what we will do is that we will credit the prepayment 10,000. So January we will credit prepayment 10,000 and debit P&L, in this case the membership fees expense account, with 10,000. So at the end of the 10th month, we are expecting to have a zero balance on the prepayment account, and on the membership fee expense account year to date will be 100,000. So that is how the accounting treatment for the 100,000 invoice that was received from the insurance company will be treated by the pharma company. And for assuming the pharma company is using SAP, that's a system for recording the accounting transactions. So let's say in the chart of account of the company, they have 230400 as the GL account for prepayment. So when you go to this account, you'll see that in January you'll see the full 100,000, which is the invoice, and then each month there will be a release of 10,000. So we see that in January 10,000 will be released, and then we should have a balance of 90,000 on this prepayment account. So by the end of October 2024, the prepayment account should be zero. But note something here. For example, if you start a new job, or even in your own company, there could be some time that you will see an invoice which is for the whole year and it has been paid, but it was posted in one single month. That is possible. It is possible, depending on the threshold of the company, because each company has a threshold. So if the prepaid amount is below the company's threshold, then you post the full amount into the P&L account. If it is above the company threshold, then you would have to post it to the prepayment, and then you release it each month until it's fully released to the P&L. So that is how it works with prepayment in a company setting. I hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll be happy if you subscribe to my channel and also give me some comment as to what I can improve, since this is my first video. And also you can also comment with topics that you would want me to uh, at least go through, because I know there are MBA students, as part of their course they would have to do introduction to accounting, and sometimes these MBA students have background from IT, background from medicine, background from engineering. So simplifying the concept is really important to such students. So please let me know some of the topics you want me to cover, and I'll do just that. Thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.